what's up, Clashers? Turn 56 from iKonik here, bringing you another highlight video. This was from War 124, and we're going to watch Donkeypunch go wipe the hell out of this base for 3 stars. As always with these videos, first we'll look at the base itself, we'll talk about weaknesses on the base, why the attack strategy worked, and then we'll go ahead and watch the replay, see how it worked out. So for this base here, Town Hall 10, an interesting layout. For some reason, the weakness on this base, why a go wipe worked on this base, was all of these gaps in the walls here. This guy, for some reason, just left these chambers open. He had plenty of walls, as you see. He's got all these walls that he's pegging around his base with for some reason. So instead of using those to keep these chambers closed, he left those open, which is just perfect for go wipe. The weakness of go wipe is it penetrates into the base, it gets you to the core, maybe just a little bit further than the core, and then it stalls out because the walls just become too much of an obstacle. It takes too long for your troops to punch their way through, and all that time all those defenses are hammering away at them, and it starts to whittle away on them. That's why most go wipe needs solid back end troops, whether it's hogs or balloons. Donkey did not need to bring back end troops on this base because of the openness of this base, the free flowing. It's really just 4 chambers on this base. It's the core with the town hall and the inferno towers, these 2 small chambers right off to the sides here, and then everything else is connected. So that's essentially one big chamber. All these little walls in the way here aren't really going to make much of a difference at all. So this guy had his, I believe his Teslas were set up like so, and then he had his big bombs scattered around. I think this is where they were, something like that. Don't quote me on that. So let's look at the strategy on this base here. The first thing he's going to do is going to launch 2 giants to come in here and just beat on that wall. That's going to get him the lure. He's going to bring them all down here. These guys all had archers and wizards in their clan castle. Every single one of them, it was almost the same composition. Bad strategy defensively. You want to keep your opponents guessing as to what's going to be in that clan castle. It allowed us to use a lot of lightning spells on our attacks this war. Once he has these guys out here, he's just going to go ahead and drop his golems. He brings 3 of them. Going to get a full spread on this base, nice wide deployment. He's going to scatter some wizards behind them, and he has a couple witches that he drops right in the heart here as well. Wall breakers are going to open 3 holes in this base to get himself in. And of course he's going to drop his queen and his king in here as well, and he gets a nice spread there. And lastly, he has the P.E.K.K.A.s, the max P.E.K.K.A.s, of course, so those are all going to go in here. So he gets a nice wide spread on this base, which worked out just perfectly because of the openness of this base. He's going to get great work from his golems. You know, one of each is going to wrap around these exterior chambers. His Archer Queen and a couple of the P.E.K.K.A.s are going to be able to get inside. He brings a jump spell to allow him into essentially the only closed chambers, which is the core here. And then they'll just, because the walls are only level 8 and there's only 2 chambers to punch through, they're going to be able to get from the core to this second chamber and then back out again. So working very easily there. He's got 2 free spells, as you would imagine. He's going to drop them on the Inferno Tower Expo combinations there. Gets good timing on them. They're frozen for just the right amount of time. And then with the rage spells that he's going to drop right around there, that's going to allow him to completely wipe those out. Basically, the Inferno Towers are frozen right up until they get taken out. So the amount of time they're doing damage to his troops is really minimized by the good combination of the rage and the freeze there. Other than that, this is a pretty straightforward, effective, just one wave moving through almost all evenly, even though it is essentially three different little armies moving through along each side of the base. They move together at very even pace. He got a great split on the DPS going in each direction, and good tanking from his golems and his P.E.K.K.A.s. And the end result is a 100% 3-star attack on a Town Hall 10. So let's go ahead and clear all this off and watch Donkeypunch go to work here. Super easy lure. Those level 7 giants are nice and beefy and can hold up to some damage while standing in that clan castle radius. Gets the full lure there. And just a few barb drops to get them on the other side of the wall there. Try to bunch them up a little bit. And that'll expose them to the wizard fire once they're distracted by the golems. But a great widespread there on the golems, like I mentioned. That's tanking every single defense that's in there right now, so his DPS is pretty well protected. Those wizards, those witches, all protected back there behind those golems. And really nice timing on that first freeze and rage there. Just right about as soon as that first Inferno Tower starts to fire, it gets frozen. Only has like a second or two after it unfreezes of action. And then that P.E.K.K.A. in the core, under rage, just completely wipes out the Town Hall and the Inferno Tower. They go down like they weren't even there. And you can see all three portions of this army continuing to move together at a very even pace, which is very nice timing. It allows them to get through, and the defenses aren't able to flank either any segment of the army. That's when you get in a little bit more trouble, when you have defenses attacking you from multiple sides. And just some cleanup on the back end here. You can tell he had a great job tanking by his golems. By the number, both of his witches are left about half a dozen or so wizards. It's always a good indication that the golems were doing their job. So there you go, guys. A very nice traditional gowipe here for 3 stars at Town Hall 10 by Donkeypunch. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Until next time, this is Turn 56 saying keep on clashing.